Alright, shalom, all praises be unto Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem Recha Kodash. Double honors unto the elder apostles and the elder bishops at Great Millstone who rule well, and he taught us his truth. And this is just a quick one here, reported by the Sky News, and it says Britain must train, and I quote, bear with me a second here. TV. Right, so it says Britain must train citizen army to prepare for potential land war, says the military chief. General Sir Patrick Sanders will reportedly warn the British public they will have to be called up to fight in the event of a war because the military is too small. So essentially what they're letting you know is that they're preparing to conduct a draft. You know, they're preparing to conduct a draft, man. You know, and you know what I say? I say good. You know, I hope that they draft niggas on the streets, man. You know, since they wanna run around with knives and guns and, you know, stab and kill each other, you know, which I'm with, by the way, because that's the, you know, the doing of the Lord, you know, in-house deletion. But, you know, why don't you take it up a notch from the area code and the manner and the block and start doing it on an international level and get blown away that way? It's more fun. But yeah, man, they're going to start drafting people, okay? Right? This is the military chief there. And it says ordinary citizens should be trained and equipped to fight in the military in the event of a war with Russia, the head of the British Army said. General Sir Patrick Sanders, the outgoing chief of the General Staff, CGS, said increasing army numbers in preparation for a potential conflict would need to be a whole of nation undertaking. So they want to get everyone behind this, man. You know, you listen to the radio stations. I listen to LBC, Leading Britain's Conversation. They talk about, you know, politics, you know, national affairs, international affairs, all kind of things. You know, in their advert breaks on the radio stations, they have these army adverts, man. You know, I was born in Staffordshire, but I was raised in the army. That's one of their stupid, goofy ass slogans. You know, wherever the fuck you were born in the UK. I was born in London, but I was made in the army. They always got a Scot lad doing the army voice, and yeah, man. So they're trying to get people, you know, but maybe the recruits aren't coming in as it should be. And they're saying they want the regular citizens now to pick up army training, man. You know, brothers have been in the army, you know, different regiments, you know, the RAF, you know, all kind of things, man. So, but the point is they're bringing it down to the average citizen, man. You know, it says ordinary citizens should be trained and equipped to fight in the military in the event of a war with Russia, the head of the British Army said. So we can see how World War III is now at your doorstep. You know, we're at draft stage now, you know. And all the people that join the army and get sent over there, you know, to help out and that, you know, Jehoshaphat, that's the judgment, man. You know, you know, to get essentially killed, man, right up in the mix. The comment, first reported by the Daily Telegraph, of being read as a warning that the British men and women should be ready for a call-up to the armed forces if NATO goes to war with Vladimir Putin. So you can get called on the phone, you can send letters to your house, you must attend. Okay. Now, there's been history cases of when people don't attend, certain things happen to them, and so it's all culminating, man. It's all happening. But Downing Street ruled out any move towards a conscription model, saying that the arms service would remain voluntary. Well, okay, that's what they say now. The scripture says his words were smoother than butter, but in his art they were drawn swords, man. So they can say, well, it's not a conscription model, meaning that you ain't gonna be forced to do it. But when shit hits the fan, they're gonna start drafting people. I might do another lesson on that. They want to get Rishi Sunak out of there. He's the current Prime Minister of the UK. They want him out. Okay, and I'll read this last sentence and I'll just get a scripture or two. In his speech at the International Armoured Vehicle Conference in West London, Sir Patrick said that the UK must urgently expand the size of the army to around 120,000, up from around 74,000 now. 74,000 soldiers. It's a lot of people, it's a lot of souls, but at the end of the day, compared to other armies around the world, and 74,000 ain't, the elect is more than the British Army right now. Just put it that way. 74,000 ain't all that many people where it concerns the army, man. So the UK, and I remember doing a video about it, pushing maybe 2 years ago now, about the Royal Air Force. That's a regiment of the army. The Royal Air Force was suffering with financial costs. They couldn't upkeep the fighter jets financially, and they couldn't pay for training for new fighter jet pilots. That was about 2 years ago. So the army's been suffering over here in the UK, man. But that just proves that in the grand scheme of things, the UK army is really just it's a help out. It's a help out tool. It's an extra hand. It's not a major player. We got nukes and that, and they'll be fired at America and stuff of that nature. All right. When they all the armies come together, the North Army and the great Gog and Magog, the North Army, and the Great Company, links up with Joel, the weak say I'm strong, so a lot of these nations are like help out armies, but where it concerns actual like foot soldiers and that, man, the UK ain't really that grand of an army anymore. When you do the history on the army and the armies and stuff, this it shows a great fall from power, man. That 8th, which was born out of the 7th, really did overpower his predecessor in many ways, influence, but also on a war strategic type level, man. Okay, the US Army is much better than the UK one. So they want to up it, by a good couple of thousand, man. But that's the uniform. And the hopeful elect, man, when they said it's not a conscription model yet, but it's all voluntary. But they will make it a conscription model. But the point is that when it happens, the hopeful elect ain't got to worry about getting drafted, man. I should say the elect, we're of the hopeful elect. The elect ain't got to worry about getting drafted. You do all this work and then your ass ends up in line like this, marching along. Nah, it ain't gonna happen, man. Brothers have served in the army already. Certain brothers, Lord have mercy on them. They're out of that now. Ain't no fucking going back to no army for your local country, man. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna happen to the elect. Okay, the North Country. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull that. North country. Because what's gonna happen ultimately is that all these countries are gonna come together, conglomerate and fight against America. There's, pelt them nukes over there. Okay. And I'll get the weak, say I'm strong. This is Jeremiah 31:8. Behold, I will bring them from the north country and gather them from the coast of the earth. Is this what I want? Let me see something. No, I don't think this is... There's another one. Bear with me 1 second there. I want a particular verse. From the north. Is it in Ezekiel? I think it's in Ezekiel. Let me see something. Bear with me a second here. Is it Ezekiel 38, I want to say? See, you brothers that got Android, you can pause the video and then come back to it when you found the preset. But for us iPhone users, you can't really do that. Not on the program I use on this phone. Yeah, this is what I want. Yeah, the Great Company. Yeah. Salakia, I got it mixed up. Yeah, the Great Company. Yeah. This is Ezekiel 38, man, and 3, and it says, and say, thus saith the Lord power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. Okay, so you got Gog and Magog, likened unto Gog. And I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaw and bring thee forth and all thine army, horses and horsemen, and all of them clothed with all sorts of armour, even a great company with the bucklers and shield, all of them handling swords. So that great company is all these other nations. Let the weak say I'm strong, that once never had military power but now can go head to head with America on a nuclear war level type. They're gonna join up with Russia, man. Okay, and they're gonna go against America, man. So that great company with bucklers, shield, all of them handling swords. Them swords are what? The missiles, man. The sword of the Lord. Isaiah the 34th chapter. So that whole chapter's gold, man. Persia, Ethiopia, Libya with them. All of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all the bands of the house of Togomar, of the north quarters. See that? I knew north was in there somewhere. And all his bands and many people with thee. Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a God unto them. Alright? So they're all gonna get together and fire them nukes at America, man. Okay? Now you're gonna have skirmishes on the ground and stuff. You're gonna, you got soldiers going over there, getting packed over to the fucking Gaza and Israel. Britain sending aid and all kind of things. So you got people gonna get killed, but that third world war is gonna culminate and be in heaven, in the air, man. The scripture says that, and there was war in heaven. Because ultimately, after when America's getting nuked by all these countries, spearheaded predominantly by Russia, that's when Yahweh Shai is going to appear in the clouds, man. And then they're all going to, they all fight America and stuff. Then they're all going to come together and try and fight the Lord. The scripture says that, and there was war in heaven, man. So you get caught up into a draft, right? Because there will be people from the UK that drafted, they're telling you. So ultimately, when you get caught up in that draft, you're going to get caught up, you're gonna die essentially, you know, because if you don't die by going over there and fighting in-house, when all these countries come together, all these nations come together to fight against the Lord, you know, there's not gonna be a survivor out of that, man. Okay, so you go for the draft, you're gonna die. There was war in heaven, right? War in heaven, because Christians get this all fucked up. This is talking about when the Lord comes back with Michael, man. Right, Revelation 12:7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, man. You know, so they're gonna go over there. They're gonna be fighting. They're gonna be pelting down America, and that's when the Lord's gonna come back. And then they're all gonna come together and try to fight against the Lord. You know, and get burnt to cinders, man. You know, the scripture says that, and yet there's fight. You know, so Michael and his angels, you know, that's the chief angel under Yahweh Shai. You know, Allah, you know, who is like the power, man. You know, and they're gonna fight with the, you know, the chariots are gonna, you know, blast these fighter jets out of the sky into powder, man. That's in the scriptures. Yeah, there's fight, man. I'll close it on this. 2 Ezra 13:8, and it says, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid. Yeah, they gathered together because they realized that there's been an invasion, man. And that invasion is not little green men from Mars, but it's Yahweh Shai and the angels, man. Together to subdue him were sore afraid. Yeah, they were sore afraid because, you know, come on, man, it's the chariots and the Lord, man, you know. And yet there's fight. Why? Because the Lord Yahweh, even though they're going to be scared, the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem El Shai is going to put a spirit over them to still try and pursue and attack the Lord. And they're going to get blasted with them laser beams, man. Okay, so you join up in that army, man. Right, you listen to the likes of this dude, Timothy Powell. Where the fuck did I get that name from? Salak, you're not Timothy Powell, man. What the hell? It looks like his name could be Timothy Powell. Salakia, his name is Patrick Saunders. I said Timothy Powell. Patrick Saunders, you listen to him, okay? You join. Ultimately, you're gonna die, man. But this just shows you that World War III, on a physical level, is at the door. I mean, obviously, there's prophecies that have to come to pass. You know, the mark of the beast. You know, getting deeper into Jacob's trouble with the mark of the beast. Many other things have to happen, you know. I'm not just breezing over that. These things must happen. World War III ain't gonna happen until these things happen, but the preparation starts somewhere. Okay, so Pat, you know, and Cole are letting you know what's gonna happen, man. But like I said, I'm with the draft, man. I'm with the draft. I hope they draft these niggas from the street that think they're bad. You know, go get a real gun in your hand, you know, and do road, as they say over here. I'm doing road, all right? Do road, do a real excursion, all right? Do a real ride out and get fucking blasted to death, man. But that's what's gonna happen out here, man. So, it's begun, man. Okay, they want citizens in the army. Yeah, man. Shalom.